welcome back. Okay.
Thanks.
So where we left off? Yes, Gimbleforth, that is a secret message to the GM.
Yes, I did it right.
Yes. Okay, so where we left off, we had some of the group currently hiding or guarding Irena. The robot is on top of a barn.
Yep.
And Val, I believe, is still inside the hotel. Actually, I can pull up that map too. Probably should. There we go. Meanwhile, Gimbleforth, you went ahead and went with Deidric, didn't you?
Yes, you did.
I did. I don't know why I did, but I did.
Because I didn't want to venture out into the city alone.
That's so thoughtful of me.
I know.
Yes, that's definitely thoughtful. Okay. So as we left off, he had put a necklace with a Witcher's symbol on it, so that around the neck of Deidric. Gimbleforth, he didn't give you one. He didn't have a spare, so he basically informed you guys that it was to protect against overheard thoughts, so to speak. It keeps your mind to yourself and keeps you from being, well, at least gives you the ability to resist more easily.
Is it anti-scrying?
I guess you'd have to scry and find out.
I can't. I'm not a scryer.
Well, then you don't know. You're not sure. He just uses it for, protecting the mind in this dark place. He left by telling you, we left off by him revealing to you that he is, in fact, your uncle. And in between this last game and now, I looked up to confirm the status, and I don't know who's eating an octopus covered in paper, but...
Yeah, it's Micah. Hey, dude, you might want to, mute yourself when you're not talking or something.
I'm literally not doing anything.
Your mic's coming through loud and clear.
Interesting. It's the same mic I've used the last couple of games.
The last game was pretty vocal, too.
Yeah, it did it last game, too.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and join your stream. David won't matter.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You get a haircut,
motions
David?
you.
Yes, I did.
You look great.
Oh, thank you. You are literally the first person who's mentioned anything about it.
You know what's
I haven't
hilarious?
seen it.
I have two other friends within the last month who I've made that comment to. Both of them were like, my wife didn't eat it.
Nice.
Wow. I'm waiting to get past the commercial for Geico, and then I should be able to see that sweet haircut. I don't think I would have noticed. It looks good, but I don't think
I clearly care more.
It's true. Scott's obviously the better friend.
Yeah, apparently. Alright, so be it. Okay. So anyway, he says to you, I'm your uncle. And he begins to relay, he first grabs you in a hug. And, you're not quite familiar with this man. You haven't.
Yeah, I don't necessarily return the hug.
Right. He says, I see Jurgen in you. Your face, it carries your grandfather's lineage. And he begins to relay to you how throughout the history of this family, and by that I mean the von Helvigs, they generally passed the role of being the monster hunter to the firstborn. And Jurgen, however, was the secondborn. Any following sons were supposed to help maintain the funds to continue basically the commoner work, the sales, mercantiles, things like that, to fund the primary business of the firstborn sons. But Jurgen wanted to have it all, and it was the to such a degree that they argued about it. And after their father had died, they came to a head about it, and even the housing situation became a bit of a mess, and they basically split. And Jurgen ended up having children, and since Rictavio, who's actually his real name is Rudolph, which is not the red-nosed reindeer, so don't get your
That'd be awkward.
hopes up. Basically, it would have been Rudolph's responsibility to raise you, Deidric, into the realm of monster hunters, vampire slayers, since he had no sons of his own, and you would count as the next generation's firstborn. But the relationship between him and Jurgen was so strained because Jurgen decided to do it all, and he risked a family, which the firstborn really shouldn't do. It's supposed to be effectively alternate, between the males in the family firstborns, and he didn't do that. And exactly what Jurgen feared happened, and your father is, gone, as you know, but maybe the others don't. So they're talking quietly to you. I mean, you and he are talking back and forth, and he asks you if the rest of your family made it out, because the last time he talked to your father, he had nosed in on a trail he had been following of a master vampire, and he told him to get out of it. They had some terse words with each other, and they parted, and Rudolph looked for effectively tried to find the lair, and while he thought he found it, no one was there. And when he came back, all he found were the ruins where your father had been killed, and your mother. And so he went back to tracking, and after a fair amount of time, he ended up crossing into this mist along that bordered the forest that seemed unnatural, but the trail went there, so he kept following, and soon he was lost. Next thing he knew, he was in the land of Barovia. Never heard from you guys again, and that was many, many years ago.
I have no memory of you, so I guess that makes some sense.
How did you get here? What are you tracking? He says to you.
I have been on the hunt for a vampire myself. Turns out it's apparently a Strahd.
Yes. Remember, don't say that name loudly unless you're wearing this necklace. Well, don't say it loudly either way. You understand, yes? I am undercover.
Of course.
Several have tried to take him down throughout generations. In fact, I'm just one of the later ones. There was a wizard who thought he could actually face him straight head on. He failed, clearly. But maybe we have a chance. You're not the only hunter. There's another one. Have you met her? Her name is Esmeralda.
We have not. And excuse me while I write this down.
She, like several of the hunters that you will have seen in the inn, she is willing to take jobs and protect those along the way, but her goal has always and will always be to take down Strahd. Last place I believe she was heading was to Yester Hill.
Is that Yester Hill?
Yes. Sir. I'm funny. That was joke. Yester Hill.
I do not get the joke, but that is okay.
Your father had no sense of humor either.
Yeah. I wish I knew him better. I wish I knew you better.
I can be like daddy to you. No, he wouldn't say that. I just wanted to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we're gonna let the dice decide if it's 20. No.
He would not say that.
Well, I was willing to
sakes.
allow for dice to decide. My wife.
What?
Whose wife, Val?
Oh.
Symbol for
Does it
My-
mean Heidi?
Microphones. No.
You
He
can
would.
turn it on when you talk.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh,
sick. I can't.
well, we'll just pretend that for the first time you're using a different voice for your character.
Voice work.
Like we're hearing now, you're more nasally than we thought. Yeah. Anyway, so he wants to know how he can assist you. He has been here hiding, biding his time, and occasionally sending out feelers to see if he can discover where Strahd will be at a time and a place that he could actually access him. And that's been the real problem, because not only is he powerful, he's not always in the same place.
Perhaps there's something that you can help us with. You see, we're actually told of you, not by name, but by reference of the monkeys that you apparently made or something, by Madame Ava. I don't know if you are familiar, but she referenced you as being someone that could help us in a deck of cards, if you will.
I'm familiar with Ava. She will refuse to give me a reading. Well, granted, this was 15 years ago. Interesting. I wonder what has changed. I've always assumed she was Strahd's.
It does not seem that way. In fact, she led us to this sword, and I'll pull out the sun sword.
Okay.
No, I won't activate it, but just tell him what it does, what it is.
That looks like a hilt, son.
Okay, fine. I'll activate it.
Oh, that's different. Is that pure sunlight? I haven't seen
It
pure
seems
sunlight
so.
in so long.
It seems so.
Wow. All right. You're better equipped for this then. This is good. I will help you, however.
What is it that you can do for
figure out
us?
where he's at. I'm a hunter at my core. I can't take him along solo. And if we could find out where he is, we could coordinate and I could join your attack. We could free these people and maybe I could find the leaf.
What is that?
Who is the boyfriend you brought with you? I don't judge. I'm just curious.
Hi there.
We are not. No, that is not a thing.
We are, how you say it, lovers in the night.
You looked like you might be the type. I never, try to force judgment on people, but
He may be. I am not.
I understand.
So far he is someone that I cannot get rid of.
True love is often like this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Anyway. So yeah, he knocks on the door behind him. He said, if ever I'm not here, be careful not to open this door if you hear my kitty cat is present.
Can you explain?
It's a tiger. It's very dangerous. Not much to explain, really.
Oh, okay.
I will, however, bring this cat with me if we can coordinate attack.
Okay. Tell me, do you have any knowledge on new weapons or gear or any things that we might be able to use?
There is rumor, and in fact I think Esmeralda, she probably believes rumors. There is a rumor of a blood spear on Yester Hill. I don't know where. I mean, I know where Yester Hill is, but I cannot promise to you that in fact the weapon will be there. The spirit of a long-dead barbarian chieftain supposedly dwells in that spear. It looks perpetually bloody, but it is rumored that those that it pierces their life is drained from them, much like a vampire would, and gives health to the person who wields it. Now, if you want more mundane, there are shops in this very town. Our blacksmith is not particularly skilled. Don't tell him this. But he could silver weapons if you, for example, found silver that you could melt down or powdered or however. He could help with that.
Alright.
I've got a silver spear that I apparently don't have a proficiency for. Could we use that?
You don't have proficiency for?
Well, that's what Deidric told me during our not gameplay.
I'm pretty sure he does not have... He cannot use a spear.
That's probably true. Let's see.
Is
It
this
is simple melee.
Well, if it is simple, then...
Oh my gosh, have you been lying to me for the last 2 weeks?
Apparently I have.
Yeah,
I
you have
demand-
proficiency.
Never mind.
demand an apology. Right, Deidric,
Fine.
apologize.
Fine. Gimbleforth, I
Kiss me.
apologize.
Nope, I wanna
Lovers quarrel. I'm sorry, I try not to be judging, but I must admit it is gross to see men killed. Do not do so in front of me. Keep your dirks in your sheaths.
I see why my father did not like you very much. No, that was not a joke.
You are hilarious. A deadpan, the way you deliver. I
Appar-
would think you were not joking, but clearly you are.
Apparently a 0 in charisma means I'm deadpan.
Yes. Oh man. Alright, so you have a lot of options, guys, as a group, as to what you want to do or where you want to go. Just to recap, in case you guys may not recall, I mean, not only do you have this Yester Hill thing, but you know of some internal challenges in the city. At least some of them. You don't know of all of them. You know about, well, obviously Esmeralda. What is that person's name now? Darn it. The Hag's request, of course. The wine. You have a mission for more than one person regarding the wine. You know that Casimir wants to go to Amber Temple, and he holds a piece that is something you need for your quest. And of course, there is some question as to whether Irene is safe. Irena, although apparently the church, St. Andal's Cathedral, is holy ground. So technically, if you want to make sure she was safe and then you went somewhere else, that would be where you would do it. There's an orphanage where some things have gone awry, just to name a few. So it's up to you guys how you want to take this next.
Have they walked back to us, or are they still separate from us?
Well, he hasn't declared, so I'll let you declare. You decide what you want to do.
Well, in the meanwhile, while this happened, I'm on the roof talking to my mannequin. I just wanted to let you know.
Alright. Gimbleforth, perhaps we should return to the others.
Whatever you say, dear.
Alright, if you need me, you can find me here or at the inn. He says to you and he waves. He closes the door behind you.
Oh, wait.
There.
Wait. One more thing. Perhaps you could
What?
put in a good word for us
Couch through the door.
at the inn. The innkeeper doesn't trust us yet, and I can respect that. He's asked us to
He
do
opens a
something.
little slide window. I said goodbye. Alright, whatever. I can make no promises. I'll try.
I'm asking for a promise from family. How hard is this?
I said I will try. I can't promise that he'll actually be willing. That's all. He gives you a job, you take job. I
You've
did
been
several
here
jobs
15
for him.
years. Apparently you are... I figured you'd be better equipped for us, but whatever. Goodbye.
Yeah. Well, you're clearly Jurgen's son.
As I'm walking
Here,
away,
close
I'm
the thing.
giving him the middle finger.
He doesn't notice. Kids. Can you hear him say behind to the door?
It's got to be like 50, 60 years old.
Yeah, well, I said he thinks of you as kids.
I know.
Are you 50 or 60 years old?
No.
Because I didn't think so.
No.
Okay, good. Like, I'm going to have to adjust my character to be much older now. Didn't you know Deidric's 75? What?
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
anyway, so you're heading back to,
yeah, the end.
back to the inn. Blue Water. Excellent. So from your guys' card reading, which ones have you finished now? You know where, of course.
Yeah, so we've got
kind is.
right, and we've got information on the symbol from the wounded elf. We've now finished talking to the entertaining man with a monkey more than what he seems. We've got the weapon of vengeance, so really it'd be the holy symbol of Ravenloft, and then knowledge of the ancient from a castle in the mountains, which apparently we have information on because the elf wants to get there too. Yeah,
that's true. And the holy symbol of Ravenkind, that's actually held by Casimir. That's that. Elf.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you really have only one thing whose location you don't have absolutely pinned down, which is pretty good. Okay, so they arrive uneventfully at the inn, nothing having occurred. It is nighttime, however, as you know, because they left around 10 o'clock at night, so let's just say it's roughly, midnight, so it's pretty late now. And, yeah. You guys have noticed nothing with Irena.
Alright, well, I'll get up, start heading in, then go upstairs and check in with Val and...
As they approach, do I see him approach?
Yeah, because you're in sentry mode, looking, I guess, that direction.
My dummy wait.
I'm not sure if they noticed.
We both look, me and the dummy look at each other. We look very sad.
My perception's 14, so my passive at least.
So are you going to maintain your post there, medic?
Yeah.
Since it's okay, figure so. So the rest of you going to rest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So we
going to
can figure
bed.
out somebody to check that she's still there, which I guess we can't. So
Well, you could try peeking through the window, or through the door if you wanted.
sounds like a job for Deidric
Nope.
It does.
or Gimbleforth. I mean,
I'm gay.
yeah, so nobody thinks that you're
Exactly, so you're safe.
Wow.
We just came out of that room suddenly.
We can roll for it.
I guess I can try to peek through the door.
Oh, can't you sneak anyway? I mean, you've got.
Yeah.
Sneaky
I
abilities.
can be sneaky.
Watch
All right,
him
go
roll
ahead and
one.
do a sleight of hand just for kicks. Yeah, you did just fine. So you're able to look in there, and you notice she's laying on the bed, and her arms keep lifting up a little bit, and she's muttering, but you can't quite make out what she's saying.
But she's still in there, so
She's still in there.
I tell Val and Deidric that she's still in there, and she seems to be dreaming.
All right, so let's go ahead and set up whichever room you guys are setting in. I guess you guys are choosing right next to her. Okay. And we are going to go ahead and roll. I tell you what, there's going to be a couple shifts. Well, it's going to be a disadvantage for me, though, because of where you're at. Let me check the dice thing. Hold on. Someone roll me a d20, please. Okay. And I need a second d20 to indicate what exactly I'm dealing with.
For me or somebody else, there you go.
There we go. Interesting. Okay. So, roughly 5 hours into sleeping, so this would be about 5 in the morning or so, you hear a haunting, not chant, but a wail of sorts going through the walls. You don't see anything, but it's enough to startle you awake.
Do I hear it outside, or are they hearing it?
I tell you what, Gimby, Deidric, well, all of you just give me a perception check, please. It'll determine which side it's coming from. Yeah, Gimbleforth, you're right. Yeah, you know what, Medic, you're the only one who seems to have noticed it. Oh, never
Wait a
mind.
sec.
Oh, Gimbleforth actually also did too. Very good. Okay. So Gimbleforth, you hear it quite clearly. It's a screeching wail, but you notice that Val's still sleeping through it. Oh, you know what though, Gimbleforth? It's in your dreams that you hear it. You don't wake up.
Typical.
You are sound asleep. And in fact, let's roll this a slightly different direction. Val, you heard it and it stirs you awake a little bit, but you notice that Gimbleforth is completely snoozing. I mean, he's out snoring. And to you, it seemed like that was a pretty noticeable screech, and it seemed to come through the walls. Yet, no movement whatsoever from Gimbleforth. Which, by the way, Gimbleforth is currently sleeping on the floor outside a door. I think that's probably an accident. I'll put him in here. Maybe not.
So what is Deidric's status?
Deidric did not notice.
Well, I will,
Oh yeah, Val. I just chose you because you were closest to him. Technically, don't worry about it. We're just gonna roll with that. That's what occurred.
well, I will jostle them both awake and let them know that I heard something.
All right, Deidric snaps to awareness, and his dagger's in his hand, like swinging towards you, and he
Sword.
stops it in time. Sword, whatever. And
Don't call what I got a dagger.
Gimbleforth, however, is snoozing
I've
right
always
through
loved
your
you,
attempts to
Cynthia.
wake him. Yeah. Gimbleforth did not wake up.
Let's take this wooden stake I've got and stab him in the heart and see what happens.
You
Go
do
for it.
Okay, roll to attack.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
So I'm going to try to speak to him telepathically,
Okay.
and I can give him the ability to speak back to me telepathically, so I will do that.
I want each of you to roll a. Well, actually, you roll a will check. Val and Gimbleforth, I want you to do a will save. Sorry, when I say will, I guess I need to be a little clearer. We can wisdom would be what it is.
Well, shucks.
Rip.
All right. So Val, as you do this, you feel your words go in, but instead of you getting an answer, it's like you feel a pull instead. And at the next moment, you're falling over. Deidric, you watch Val fall to the ground as your very consciousness slips into this ridiculous, strange, vivid dream. Gimbleforth, tell us what you were dreaming when Val appeared.
I heard a scream that sounded like it came from outside, and it wasn't lovely.
That's a pretty boring dream. Needs more
Yeah.
details, because Val just got pulled into it.
Oh, Val's in it?
Yes, Val just got pulled into it.
Oh, Val's in my dream. Well, you know what? I guess I started looking at my dreams and I realized, and I think I see his spirit creature, but I'm not quite sure because I'm not sure he told me about it. And Irene doesn't seem to be safe in my dream. She seems to be at risk.
From Deidric trying to romance her?
Yeah, that's definitely the main part, but I also feel like there's like a secondary risk, like something's trying to get at her right now.
All right,
And,
Val, you realize he definitely thinks of you as just part of his dream. You don't seem to be violating his awareness, like it's not making him lucid. All right, so it's not a very clear dream as far as for details, but it's enough, and then suddenly you're pulled right back out, and you're finding yourself getting off the ground, finding out that was mighty strange.
Who's you? Both
Val,
of them?
Val's
Okay.
back up. Yeah, Gilmoreforth is still asleep.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try and smack him awake.
Yeah, I relay all of what occurred to Deidric.
Does Val know about the Irena issue? I mean, yeah, Gilmoreforth told us, but did he...
he was seeing the dream. Yeah, he was seeing the dream in that particular
Alright, well
moment.
then I'll let him deal with that, and I'll try and run into Irena's room and figure out what's up with her.
Okay. So it's a locked door. Are you going to pick it open or kick it open or knock, or what are you going to do?
I'll try and pick it open.
Okay.
Cool
Go and give us
strategy, Cotton.
What?
Give me a sleight of hand. Now, they're pretty cheap doors, and somehow you managed to make it work. I don't even know if you have a thieves kit, but we're just going to assume you figured something out. All right, you open it, and you see her just thrashing back and forth a bit in bed, but she seems to be fine. She just looks like she's having a very active, weird dream. Maybe one in which she's running.
Alright, well, I'll try and, not necessarily gently, but not super forceful, try and shake her awake.
I know that strategy. That's what I call Sunday mornings.
Good on you.
Yeah. All right. So the moment you semi-gently go to wake her, she startles awake. She's like, what? Deidric. And then she sort of intrinsically is a little bit embarrassed and is pulling her blanket a little farther up, even though she didn't have any skin exposed.
I apologize
you can see
for
that
the
she's a little
intrusion.
pale. Yeah, I mean, I've seen you make eyes at me, but Deidric, I'm not that type of girl. I just...
That is not accurate.
Sorry.
Your boy. I'm sorry.
That is not accurate.
Tell her you're gay.
I'm not gonna do that. Irena, I apologize. I have not, at least
She
not
puts her finger
intended
up to your
to.
lips. Shh. I know. It's okay. A lot of boys feel this way. You could try to talk, and she shoves her finger a little close to your lips for some more. I know, you've probably not seen many women out here, and I get a lot of looks, and you are a handsome man. The scar even makes you look stronger, but I'm just not up for that right now. You've got to understand. Please. And then she shoos you.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk out.
So,
This is
by the
completely
way,
ridiculous.
Back to my perception before I got outruled by a 20. Did I hear something then, or is
Yeah,
this
you
all
did.
of it?
You heard screech too.
Okay, well, I'm gonna set off my alarm from being really loud.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. I'm sure I would have heard that, so I'm gonna go outside and be like, dude, we heard it. We're trying to figure it out. It's okay.
All right. So
Affirmative.
as you give me a perception check as you push out the door.
Who?
You.
I'm on the roof, so you.
All right.
All right. Perception check from you, medic. Interesting. All right. So, what occurs in this situation is you reach out and you're yelling at him that it's fine. You realize
But I
what's
can't
there.
hear him because my alarm's going off.
Your alarm is so loud. That's right. And then up from beneath the your feet, medic, these arms reach up.
Oh, boy.
Through the roof?
Yes, through the roof, reach up, and they grab around your ankles, your robotic ankles, and attempt to attack you. But unfortunately, for some reason, even though you are not moving, this pathetic creature fails, and it solidifies right behind you.
My
may
banshee
roll.
scream is loud enough that it threw her off.
Yeah, roll for initiative.
Man, my initiative rolls stink. Also, for some reason, the dice rolls are super laggy in this game today.
I don't know if. Oh yeah, I don't know. Sorry. All right. Well, she's going to get a secondary chance here. She's going to attempt to basically. You realize now she's there. You guys are entering into combat, but she is now going to attempt to make this attack on you, medic, and she still misses because of your stupid AC. So she reaches for it, and your armor is enchanted, and it basically sparks, it sizzles, and
Too
the
strong.
armor slides right past. It's Gimblethorth's turn.
Is
Yep.
he awake?
Somebody woke me up.
Oh yeah, he's out. You're right.
Well, I thought somebody woke me up.
No, they tried. You're still
Oh.
knocked out, dude.
Well, sweet. I'm gonna enjoy this rest.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bonus action jam my crossbow, the needle on the hand into my leg and activate my blood right.
Okay.
Oh, I need to. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. And I'm going to take a shot. And I don't get any advantage, so I'm not going to do the...
Yeah, the nice thing is you have that perk now, though. You don't take any disadvantage or
Right.
reduction.
Right.
Yeah, it's really
I'm not going to take the -5 for the +10 damage, but I am going to...
Oh, wow,
well.
look at that.
I probably should have. Oh, well. Okay. So I've got blood right.
Yeah, you would have hit with it. Alright, your bolt flies true. An ectoplasmic blast shooting behind the shoulder of the Banshee as it goes through.
Alright, and I am not going to... I've got a pretty good vantage point, so I'm not going to move any further.
Yeah, it'd actually be tough to get up there anyway. You guys would have to do some climbing actions. Alright, Val, you're up. So you can hear this stuff going on. You've heard the screeching. You can hear Deidric yelling. I'm actually going to roll for other city guards. Nope. Okay.
So do I have room to... Actually, would I be able to see out of the window?
The door was open, but I don't think the door's open.
I gotcha. Okay. I will... So can I go past Deidric if I go out the door
Yeah.
that he's in front of?
Yeah,
I think you guys can manage that.
and I'm willing to let him through. It's not like I'm not.
Right.
Okay. I will cast blindness, deafness.
Oh, sick.
Deidric. Okay.
Oops, that's not what I want to do. How do I target stuff again? Is it control click?
Control click, or you can just drag the dice of that thing onto that on the map.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She saved. It saved.
Well, boo. Let's see, does it do anything if they don't pass? No. Okay.
Alright, so your enchantments fail. Medic, you're up. You're fully
Boom, I
aware that
cast-
there's something behind you.
spiritual
What?
weapon on my dummy.
Oh, okay. There happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is great. You now have
Oh
a
my
spiritual
gosh.
Sweet!
Oh my gosh.
I rolled. I didn't attack it. Oh, I didn't have a highlight.
But an 18 should hit that though, right? Well, that's even better. So.
Well, I had it highlighted and it still didn't hit. I know I have it highlighted. It's not blue. What?
It's okay. It's gonna count. So just go and do the damage.
Ka-chow!
All right. So this dummy enchanted starts talking, swings. I don't even know what, a cane. What's he got?
He's got a little umbrella.
With a little magical umbrella.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's in cane form right now, but it's an umbrella. And we both have monocles, and it's green.
Oh my gosh.
All right, it's the Banshee. Let's see, she's got. Nah, detect life is boring. Okay, that's not gonna help me. This might be good. Non-dead creature, but it's within 60 feet. Okay. Alright, so the creature morphs and starts modulating its very appearance, and in short order... Oh, I guess I can't actually affect the dummy. But in short order, you see it take on this visage, just disgusting, terrifying. And the only person affected by it is apparently Val.
As
You
a
are
reaction, I
Okay.
can gain advantage, so I guess it just means...
Just roll again, yep. Do a wisdom save.
Let's see.
You need 13 or above.
If it's in action, you couldn't have done that anyways.
He said as a reaction,
Oh.
didn't
Yep.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so it seems like the fear is striking you, so I'm going to throw it on you, but the idea here is that you're effectively trying to get away now. That's like your only passion. And that is all. The Banshee's not particularly super smart or fast enemy, so it's not doing a whole lot. Irena is awake and is hearing what's going on. So Gimbleforth, if you want, you may control Irena and take her turns. Would you like to do so?
Why?
You know, this is a perfect opportunity to do something inappropriate. I'm just saying, I'd be like, alright.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's just me.
Alright, Irena is going to the window and is now peeking out. If you don't want to control her, then we're moving on to Deidric.
Go ahead. I'm still solid logs.
Well, yeah, you were, but I didn't want you to feel
no.
left out.
Nope,
You
I'm okay
control
being
her.
left out.
Alright,
Any-
Deidric, you're up.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll take another shot. Do I want to give myself a -5? No, I don't think I do. Nope, I definitely do not.
Wow. -5 would have been funny.
Yeah. And really, that's my turn.
Alright, Val, no, unfortunately, you do get to do I think, well, let's read it real quick so I don't mess up, but I'm pretty sure you get a chance to shake that fear. Yeah, let's look at it real quick. Fear says, 1 minute, frighten target, and repeat the same throw at the end of each of your turns. Okay, so you have disadvantage if the Banshee's in line of sight, ending the effect on itself, on a success. So, you can't roll just yet, but you can run, and your goal is to try to get away at this moment. So,
Right. It says I have to take a dash action, so that means I get to go 60 feet, right?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just gonna move on this same map, but I'm gonna be moving
Yes.
inside. I mean, so
Okay.
that I don't have to switch back and forth, if that makes sense, because
Yep.
the little dotted area. Okay.
No, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go inside the bedroom then. I think that's where this is. Maybe not quite. that
Okay,
far.
yeah, so you're on the second floor is what you're saying, basically.
Yeah. So I'm basically there with Gimbal Forth. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
and
I get to roll now.
except I need a wisdom or no, a charisma save to determine whether you screamed like a girl or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you definitely did. You screamed as you ran through there, and it was just a long chain scream, and you hear like other patrons in the hotel stirring, like, what the heck's going on? And you ran in there. Now you can go ahead and do the wisdom save, and we'll see if you shook off the fear. You just need a 13.
Let's see. Actually, I'm proficient in charisma. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
It proficient
Plus
just
five.
it adds to your modifier.
Oh, okay, I got you. And it already does that automatically. I was
It
just making
does.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you shook the fear finally. I mean, it was only one turn of it, but I don't know. It's pretty embarrassing what happened to you. So the fear is fading, and you realize it's mostly an illusion, but it's now Medic's turn.
Alrighty.
Oh wow, 13 hits.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You had a good chance, honestly, with that -5 plus 10 damage thing.
Yeah.
All right, so you're macing it in the face, and then your spiritual weapon's hitting hard. That's good.
Take
So
out
close
the
to a
block
crit.
it, dummy! That's what my ventriloquist is saying.
Oh my gosh.
Destroying it.
It's just tearing it up. Little bits of ectoplasm on its umbrella as it pokes it. I'm glad you got to use that.
So happy.
The Banshee begins starts low and gradually gets higher. It's a mournful wail, and I can tell you right now that you, Medic, have absolutely zero concern regarding it. It doesn't affect you in the least. The sound is just another auditory emission. So let me adjust this.
Yeah, you said emission.
Yes, and now you're going to get to do the save on it. So take that. All right.
Sweet.
So you.
Ow.
So it goes right into your head. You hear the wail go right into your noggin, disturbing you, bothering you. But that is all she can do. Gimbleforth, you're up. Oh, sorry. Do you want to control Irena, or are you going to leave her be?
I'm gonna be a gentleman and leave her be.
Okay, Deidric, you're up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna take the -5. And I'm gonna try and shoot at this thing again. Yes!
Nice. You hit. So add a +10.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, you just type in the modifier +10. That modifier, you're like click in the modifier box and go +10.
Do I just hit 10 or do I actually put +10?
I would put plus. Yeah, +10. And that way it shows it's positive. It should work anyway.
It's not.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright,
It's
well.
+10.
If you got it, then I'll
Handy.
just take. Well.
No, you do your attack. I'll just add it myself then.
Alright, sorry. It's not working. Alright.
Just see if, yeah, see? The +10. Okay, so you hit for 12 and then add another 10 to that. Oh, man. It's in bad shape. A lot of its residual presence is leaking away. And... No, they're still not. Guards have not heard this disturbance yet. Which is
Guards
crazy.
are worthless.
Val, you're up.
Okay, so I'm here.
Well, wouldn't that be a bedroom?
That's
I
still
think
that's hallway. Yeah.
Oh, is it hallway?
And then, like up to probably like here.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything interesting that I can do.
You could dash back out there
I think I
and
will.
scream the way back.
I think I will like go in the door and go in here and see what.
In Irena's room?
Yeah. Make sure that she's
Alright.
okay and see if I can see out the window
Nice.
and see the thing.
You see a flying dummy with an umbrella.
And it's looking like a freaking ninja out there spinning pirouettes like it's got strings controlling it, but there's no strings there. It's just dancing and dealing damage, taking names. All right, medic, your turn.
Well, I figured out how to do the modifier, by the way.
Good. You hit and tile from the roof gets broken in a bit.
My dummy turns to me and says, "Let me show you how it's done, dummy."
So fantastic.
Oh man, he missed too.
Wah wah.
Oh man,
I
close
make
to a
that
1.
sound. Wah, wah, wah.
And it argues back. Shut
It
up.
does. Now we're fighting.
All right, it's gonna attempt to corrupt you, medic, and it misses as usual. I don't even know why I play against your character. And give before you're gonna control Irena or let her go.
I think I'll control her this turn.
All right.
Let's put her. What does she have?
She has rapier, and she can parry things. And that's about it.
Wow, that is no fun at all.
Wait, yeah.
I guess she'll just come out here and be by Deidric.
Deidric, you
Right.
look so strong.
I thought you didn't want me before.
I guess right here.
I don't
actually.
want you even now, but I'm just pointing out that you look strong. You know, I didn't think of you that way, but you know.
Keep telling yourself that.
All right, I'm gonna. I think I can check this again. Wow. Nope. No guards. No one is noticing us.
Alright, I'm gonna go for my crossbow master thingy again. And we're gonna see if we can't hit it. Nope.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Yep. So that ends the turn.
All right, Val, you're up.
I'm going to try to cast Frostbite.
Through the window.
Yeah, through the window.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Failed the save, so
That's good for you.
What does that do?
let me make sure. So it gives the thing disadvantage on attack roll, and it does damage too. Let me make sure that it's not like a ranged attack that I'm supposed to do. No, it's not. It's just a save. Okay. So, wow, resisted all the
Oh.
damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's cold. That makes sense. But you know what? I think because it has... Does it have to do damage? I don't think so.
Oops, did I just do that to myself? No. I must have untargeted it and thinking that I targeted it. Oops.
Yeah, alright.
Apparently, I guess it had done it automatically. I don't know.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it on there now.
All right. Sorry.
All right.
No, it's all
Medic
good.
looks at his dummy and says, "Let me show you how it's who's. Let me show you who the real dummy is."
Oh, you did the alt thing because you were using your
Darn, I was
button.
talking. Aha!
It hits.
Aha! He says triumphantly. And smacks it with his mace.
It's a wet, goopy sound as it strikes.
The dummy is
More and more
unimpressed.
mistiness.
Says, "That was pathetic." And I say, "Ah,
Oh,
Man,
who's the
this is
pathetic
great.
one now?" He's like, Medic's really getting into arguing with him.
this is great. All right, so I don't know if I can do. Yeah, no, I can. Okay, it's not once per day. We're gonna see what happens. Val, if you can see them, they can see you. So every one of you is gonna try this.
Gosh dang it.
All
I'm
right.
getting my reaction to do that again.
All right, go ahead and roll a wisdom save.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, he's worse, poor guy.
You don't like ghosts. It's now part of your backstory. All right, Deidric, you and Val are both freaking out again.
Oh, I'm frightened. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Irena is the only one. So, if you want to control her, you can, but she would have a heck of a time actually getting to them right now. So do what you want.
I mean, Irena seems like the type that she's gonna make an effort.
I think she would. Yeah, I've
She's
seen her
gonna
picture. She looks pretty good.
She's gonna head that way.
I'm gonna say that you use the 10 feet. Give me a. Well, I guess I have to do it for you. I'm gonna call a dex check, right?
Acrobatics.
She's controlling it.
Although she probably doesn't have
is
those.
acrobatics. Well, I don't think she does, but
Yeah.
you know what? That's true. Let's be fair. She does not. So here we go. Okay, we're just doing a check. Anything 13 and above, I'll say is success. Boom.
Boom.
She actually does a pretty sexy wall run type thing, like, you know, parkour, she says as she runs up.
Hardcore parkour.
Hardcore parkour!
And now you're going to attack with the rapier, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She swings and she misses. That concludes her turn. Deidric, you're going to attempt to run.
Yep. Alright, well, I'll just do the same thing that Val did.
All right, I need you to do a charisma save, please.
Oh, save. Sorry.
Yeah, you scream like a girl the whole way too.
I prefer to...
I feel like the dogs should have another roll, an extra roll for each time they scream.
Goodness sakes.
Okay, Val. Oh, actually, go ahead and do a wisdom save now, Deidric. If you get 13 or above, you are free of your fear. Val, you can begin your boost.
Save. Okay.
Yeah. You are. Oh wait. Is it 13 or is it 12? Hold on, I don't want to rip you off here.
Yes, you do.
Well, I sort of do, yeah. 13. Yeah, it's a 13 you needed.
Okay.
Okay, and you're screaming as well, Val. So you guys are now hugging each other in fear, like it's like Blair Witch Project, you know, except you guys are just looking at each other's eyes. It was so terrifying. This is great.
That better be a sword that you have.
And
It's
you
my
failed your save.
staff.
That's a
better
small
get-
staff.
Better finish this off so we can assist our friends who are screaming in fear. And I'm
And
My dummy
more tiles from the
calling
roof are
me a
gone.
blockhead, and he goes for it, and he hits.
So I don't think the rest of the team is needed. All right.
Nope.
The umbrella. So the
dummy-
umbrella goes in and poofs open while inside the banshee.
Rips it apart.
And
Oh my
ectoplasm goes
gosh, that's
And
through.
then-
amazing.
The dummy twirls the umbrella above his head and turns to Irene and says, "Now this is a real." And
Oh,
the
you
spell
cut out.
dissipates. Oh darn it! He twirls his umbrella above his head and turns to Irene and says, "Now that's a real man." And then he goes slumps to the ground.
I love it. All right, excellent. The banshee dissolves into ichor before fading as it sublimes away. Irena is in her night clothes, and she covers herself a little bit better because the dummy's now collapsed on the ground, and the head's sort of looking up, and she feels a bit exposed.
Goodness.
She climbs down and begins looking for you guys. All right, so each of you give me one more wisdom save.
The effect would have ended as soon as it died.
No, it lasts 1 minute. It doesn't say it's concentration, so it's all about you. It's
Oh wow!
Alright,
I
fine.
use my reaction to go again.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are crying now.
Yep.
You guys are crying together in a corner, looking at each other. The snot's running down your faces.
Oh my god.
Well, look
All right,
at
so-
these blockheads. Now,
And sometime
dummy.
later, the effect eventually wears off, and you guys come to, and the embarrassment is so strong it's palpable.
Yep, I'm just going right back to bed.
This is great. All right.
So I'm gonna intimidatingly say, "Ain't afraid of no ghosts," and I get advantage on my charisma check.
If you intimidatingly say, then you'd roll intimidation.
Oh, that's right. It's intimidation. Sorry. So let's see.
Well, I mean, you did a 15. I think it's very impressive, but Irena is, less than really convinced, shall we say, because last she saw, you guys both were.
I'm not even gonna try and give any excuses. I'm just going
But
right back to bed.
I'm really scary. I may
Right,
be
you're
afraid of ghosts,
scary.
but I'm scary.
All right,
I
you
think
do
that's
that.
important.
You're scary. Sort of like a bully who's actually more scared of the other people than he is, other stuff. But anyway, okay. So I take it you're probably going to resume your spot there, medic. And,
Yep.
all right. Technically, that's just a dummy in your hand, so I'll remove it to make it easier for himself. I hope you guys appreciate that icon. Scott's been waiting to use that for a couple events now.
I was very excited.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Also, rest of the night travels with or continues with no major events. You wake up refreshed-ish, slightly less Deidric than you should have because it was a partial night for you, but you're mostly okay. And you guys may continue now with the morning have occurring. You can hear the sounds of people working down below and food beginning to be cooked.
Guys, I slept great.
Can I just take another hour and get the rest of that off?
Yeah, if you want to sleep in, sure. Okay.
Sweet.
So he's basically sleeping in. Gimbleforth, you're awake, and you are very awake. And Val, you weren't injured, so you're just getting up at normal time. I'm going to ask for a perception check from you, Val.
Okay.
Dang.
Yay.
Wow. Val, you notice that Gimbleforth, his hands are shaking ever so slightly.
I think I drank too much yesterday.
I think you ate too many children.
Nonsense. There's too much wine at the bar. Speaking of the bar,
His cheeks are a little bit.
is it time for breakfast?
Yeah,
No
it's
children.
breakfast. Breakfast is being served down there.
I would like to go to breakfast. Is it complimentary?
No, it's not.
No little waffle iron or?
Nope. It's tough times in Barovia. Alright, so you're ordering food, Gimbleforth.
Yep.
And go ahead and give me a sleight of hand for reasons. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so now roll me a 1d10 or 12. 1d12. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. Alright, so Val, you notice as he's eating, he just really perks up, man. It's like his body was desperately in need of food, and he just looks vibrant, glowing with life and health.
You know what they say, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
The crap.
He had to have found some more children in his pockets.
I was
Yep.
gonna say he ate some children very sneakily.
Okay, Medic, you can come in now if you want.
Oh yeah.
Not to-
All right, I'll head down there an hour later, and I'm just gonna sit off to decide.
My dummy sees him come in and comments on the horrendous display last. Kind of mutters the medic. Oh wow, where's that guy?
Oh, do I get to roll for crossbow bolt retrieved by chance?
Yeah, but you're gonna be at disadvantage. So you fired what? 3, 4?
4. So
Yeah,
D4 at disadvantage.
Yep. Well, that's actually. Wait, no, sorry.
It didn't.
Roll another one.
Yeah, it didn't do it.
Just do another one.
Okay.
Wow. All right. So you found 2. Bedded in the wood, perhaps the ones that stuck and then angled down. Thank you for reminding me of that. Actually, I was concerned about that. All right. So you guys have options in front of you. It's your decision what you do and where you go with it.
I would like to tell everyone I had a very peculiar dream last night, but I have no idea what it meant. And then go back to eating.
Such a healthy appetite he has.
Deidric's
Irena says.
just staying to himself. He's very grumpy.
Medic asked what his dream was. If you would like to elaborate, he is.
Well, it involved your mother.
Medic is confused as his brother. All he can imagine his brother being was an iron forge.
I'll say she was.
I thought you were gay.
Only when I'm around you.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, this is great. Let's see here. What is their guys' names again?
Bray was one.
Yeah, and Brahm, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, so they comment about something unlucky's been going down. That's a number of the rumors have been that a number of spiritual creatures have been awakened in the night and screeching and howling, and several people reported that they had guards driving them off for them. But apparently none came here because though they heard some noises, you guys were fine. No guards showed up, so.
How loud was he being? Would I have heard that?
He's talking to Irena. You would have definitely heard it.
Yeah, we were the ones who killed it here.
Oh, are you?
You killed someone? What happened last night?
Irena says, "Well, I wouldn't say that he killed anything. You know what I mean? He's
Medic
moody."
uses the little stick on his dummy's hand and make it raise up in the air and says, "Well, I'm really the one that took care of that monster for you. These guys are crying like babies." The medic tries to shush him.
Gosh.
And Irena is a little bit embarrassed for you guys, and yeah, okay. Well, I mean, everyone did their part, so thank you. I think I'm going to go to the Cathedral today because it's holy ground, and I would finally feel safe. But you guys do what you want.
Doesn't feel safe.
Yeah, probably not.
I would like to
Oh
offer
my
to
gosh.
Irena that I would love to join the cathedral.
The
and that
dummy
my
offers to escort her.
I'd like to punch the dummy in the face.
He's gonna dodge.
Roll for attack.
Yeah,
My dummy's gonna do an athletics check. My dummy.
That's a pretty good.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's see your attack roll though. Throw that dice in there. I want to see.
Which one is that?
It's under your actions, or you're gonna try to punch him, so
It'd be just a D20 for unarmed.
it would be just a D20. I agree, because he doesn't have any skills in it. All right. So you know, not only miss, but the dummy's actually he spins it such that the hand slap you on the hand.
Well played, dummy. We will meet again, though.
I try to stand between the dummy and him, try and like break up the fight. I'm like
Don't
holding
come
the dummy
between
back
us.
on my arm. He's not worth it.
Let me at him! Let me at him! Spinning him so his little arms are spinning.
Oh, terrible part!
Perhaps we should get going.
So Irena begins her journey. She leaves to begin a journey to St. Andrew's Cathedral.
I'm still
She
going with her
doesn't feel like
despite the
she needs
dummy.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I would like to.
Okay, so it takes about. Here, yeah, you guys have access to the other map as well. I'm gonna open up the path. Is anyone else going with him?
I think for legit, I'll stick with him.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I got nothing better to do.
All right, so it takes you guys a half an hour to get to the cathedral. It is clearly has seen better days. It has, of course, the metal fence that surrounds it. There's gravestones to the side where people have been buried that serve there, but the stone itself looks very sturdy, albeit old and some greenish with some mold. There doesn't appear to be anyone currently holding a service, but you do see a person who's sweeping in the inside when you go in, and there's candles lit along the edges.
Do we see any wolf tracks around the cathedral?
Roll for perspective or perception.
These.
Yeah, that's very good. You do see some, but based and considering that was a good roll, they look to be a little bit older. Like the stuff at the previous church was very recent. This looks to be distant. 4, 5, 6 days ago.
Okay.
You see this individual basically just sweeping.
Hello, Milo.
How did you know my name?
Do you believe in a god, Milo? He showed me your.
He does the two hands that look like jazz hands, the representation of the Morning Lord.
Oh my gosh.
May his name be praised. Of course I do. And other than that, he, in fact, give me another perception check, Gimbleforth, because this is a different type of thing. Insight actually is what makes sense, but the same thing, really. You recognize he doesn't really like to meet your eyes.
Mm.
He asks you if he can help you guys, and Irena says, "I just want somewhere safe to stay." And he offers to her, well, villagers come here at night, and it is a safe place, so feel free to sit in here, but we don't have any beds. It's just, safety more than comfort. If you bring a bedroll, you can sleep along the wall or on a pew. And then he goes back to cleaning.
I would like to ask him what are they running from? What do they need safety from?
He looks at you and he cocks an eyebrow up. And he says, "Have you not been here very long? This is not a safe place. Even last night, spirits, banshees, something's pulling them from the ground, calling them out, and that's just for last night. If it's not that, it's wolves or occasionally some vampires. The burgomaster thinks that when everyone's happy, that this curse will be broken. He's a fool. He's a fool, I tell you."
Finally, someone I can agree with.
"As long as you want, you may stay," he says. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay. She says thanks and says, "I'll stay here if it's okay with you. If it's just the same with you, I'll stay here tonight. Maybe this curse will be lifted and I'll feel better and it'll be good." And as she tucks in some other families start to come into the building as well, bringing offerings to put at the front of the church. Small things, loaves of bread, stuff like that.
What's Irena doing?
She is just basically marking out an area, a corner that she is going to set up stuff, blankets and things. She's choosing an area effectively, something with 2 walls.
I would like to ask Milo who is in leadership at the church or at the cathedral.
Well, usually it's the parishioner. I'm just a groundskeeper. The father, the parishioner, is Lucian Petrovich. He oversees the church. He does his best to raise the spirits. There are others that help him. I'm not the only one. There's a little altar boy, and his name is Yeska. He's pretty sharp little fellow, and then of course it's me, Milvaj, and I do a lot of the groundskeeping, and then he looks back away again. He just does not like to make eye contact.
Is Lucian around?
He'll be in a couple hours.
I want to try and do an insight check on this guy. I want to see if I can figure out what's up with him.
Okay. Go for it.
Womp. Gosh dang it.
You don't notice that he's acting off at all.
Yep.
How crowded is this place right now? Like, there are a lot of people?
No, there's not a bunch. In fact, counting Milvaj, there's only 3 other, it looks like, villagers that are in there at the time, and of course Irena, and then you guys.
Milvaj, will he give us? Can he show us around the cathedral? He's the groundskeeper after all. Can he give us a little bit of a tour, if you will?
Roll a persuasion check. Let's see. Because there's a personality profile for this guy. Oh, man. That's impressive. So you somehow word it in such a way that he feels almost obligated to do so, and he says, sure. And he points to you, of course, the front altar, the door that you came in, you recognized it, and then he points to the small little alcove that actually turns into a hallway, and it's a narrow descending staircase in very short order. And as you get down, he says, this is the area in where various individuals of higher prominence are buried. And as he shows it, he gets to the bottom, he has to light a torch because it's actually dark down there. The flickering light casts some strange shadows along the wall, but it's effectively a crypt. In the very center is a sepulcher that is closed, so it's a coffin of sorts, and has a symbol of the Morning Lord on the top. And he said, and this of course is the body of Saint Andrew himself, and it's part of what makes this ground so holy and safe. And then he quickly ushers you past it. Nothing really to see here, though. Nothing to see. And then he points you to the stairs going back up.
And I do a quick perception in this area to see if I can notice any.
Yeah, same here. I would
Yeah.
do Arcana or Religion or something like that. I feel like that would
I
be...
see nothing.
Yeah, you're looking at the wall, Medic, and you forget to turn around when you do your scan. Okay, Val. Yeah, I will let you do either one. If you want to try to do an Insight or an Arcana, that's acceptable.
Goodness.
Yay.
Holy crap. Huh. Alright. Hold on.
He's disconnecting the router. That way we won't be able to see the map for the...
No,
Hopefully it won't
but
be
you're doing an
dead.
Arcana check, so you're looking around to actually open yourself up to magic and sense it. and effectively there is nothing that stands out in your arcane senses down here.
So I'm going to.
You're going to cut out?
So no. So would I know then? But I would know that like that that if what he said was true, that I should be detecting something here, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's your instinct.
I think I
You guys
want
are
to.
taking this in such a different angle than I expected. What now?
So I think I want to demand that the guy explain to us what's going on here, because clearly there's no protection, and he's trying to like keep us away from this knowledge, obviously.
Milovaj sort of pushes himself between you and the sepulcher and says, I don't know what you're talking about. This is I don't understand. What are you saying? This isn't a holy place. I think you should leave. I think you should leave right now.
I think something is up.
Yeah.
My
He
gut
says,
says
Tell us
it's
what's
big.
going on. What's going on here?
Are you attempting to persuade or intimidate?
I'm going to attempt to intimidate.
All right, go for it. I will.
Goodness.
Oh my word. Okay, so he's gonna do
I'm scared
a
by that.
Constitution check. He just you do something. It's like the spirit behind you also like surrounds your face, a bit of an aura, and really lends fear to it. And Milovaj starts peeing, and you see a puddle start to form around his feet. I'm sorry. He said I needed it. He said I had to do it. Don't tell him, Father. I need this job. I can't go back to the orphanage.
Who said you needed to do it?
I'll die if I tell you.
You'll die by my hand if you don't.
He's scarier. He's pointing at Val.
I'm gonna smack him with. I'm gonna backhand him.
Tell us.
All right,
Tell
roll
us
to
what
attack.
happened here.
I will roll for attack.
All right, you hit now. Roll a damage dice.
Should be a D4, right? For unarmed.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep. All right, you slap him lightly. It's just enough to get him to pay attention and listen. And he's like, stop it. He said I had to get rid of the bones. He said I got them for him. It's not that he doesn't want them to be here, but he needed it. It's the coffin maker. The coffin maker said I had to get him the bones. Please, just leave me alone.
Where is the coffin maker?
What bone?
St. Andrew's bones. It's what keeps this place holy. Yeah, those are the bones. What was the other question?
Where is the coffin maker?
He's in town. He's just, and he points, and he's pointing basically east some more. It's the east side of town before you get to the stockyard.
Take us to him right now. We have to go right now.
Come on, man. I have peed myself.
I'm gonna slap him
It's
again.
embarrassing.
I'm slapping him again.
Do another attack or damage one. Oh my gosh. Okay, now do your damage one.
He's dead.
So that's 4.
I would not intentionally kill him.
Conscious.
No, I would not.
No,
I would.
he's not gonna dead. You hit him hard enough that he's stunned
Alright.
and falls to one knee, and he's like, "Do you always hit children? Is that what you do? Why is everything in this town so terrible?"
I don't have patience for liars and thieves.
I don't have patience for child abuse.
Do you want me to hit you again?
Please, And at this point, the crying is drawing attention, and you hear footsteps coming down the stairs, and older man's going, Milovaj, is that you? What's going on? What's going on?
Why does it smell like pee?
Oh my God, what are you doing? He makes the jazz hands thing. Oh, morning Lord be praised, what have you done to him?
Father.
Milovaj is crying and looks up imploringly.
Father
They're
Lucian.
beating me, they've made up lies. They stole the bones. They stole St. Andrew's bones. I saw them do it.
I tell
gosh.
him, I say, check us. We do not have the bones. He admitted to us that he gave them to the coffin maker upon threat of his life. But you can check us for the bones right now if you think we have.
He takes some steps.
And that picture did not look like he was a child, by the way.
He's a young teen, and you guys are in your, what, 30s?
Well, I am.
I'm 2.
Yeah. He's a young teen. He's like 13 years old. I can't help it that the picture's not perfect, but it is supposedly his age. Yeah. So the Lucian steps forth and says he's got a holy symbol in front, and he shines it, and it glows a little bit in the light or in the darkness. You can see it light up a bit. And he says, "We'll sort this out. For right now, get out. Leave Milovaj alone. I will deal with him if something's amiss. And don't get out of my sight. I'm going to check you for those bones."
Don't get out of your sight.
Sepulchre, and he lifts it. Be quiet. And he goes and he lifts the
You said it.
lifts the sepulchre. He said, "They are gone. Milovaj, is what you said true?" Yes, Father Lucian. It is true. They stole it. And he looks.
I'm gonna wind up. I'm not gonna hit him, but I'm gonna wind up again.
The bunch. Look, Lucian, Father Lucian, look, he keeps hitting me. There's blood at the corner of his mouth. He has a handprint mark on his face. He totally did beat.
So I'm gonna use my psychic link to tell him, and he should tell the truth. And I can intimidate if you need me to intimidate him again.
Well, no, you've already. Well, I'll tell you what. Yes, but you're gonna get advantage because you've already got him.
Okay, he gets
I've already
advantage.
actually got advantage anyway.
Oh,
Double
all right
advantage.
then. Nope, sorry. Yeah. So Milovaj doesn't have any more urine to release, and he he looks up and he says, I may have exaggerated what they did just a little bit. And he looks over at you, Val, hoping that you'll consider that acceptable. Maybe they didn't steal it, but the bones are gone, and they're scary people.
Tell
but
him the full
I don't think
truth.
they stole it. They made me do it. I mean, not these guys, but he just becomes inconsolable, bawling. And let's see. He's like, it's Henrik. Henrik said I have to get it, so I did. I got them. Henrik has them. And Lucian sighs and he says, "Okay, it's all right, Milovaj, it's okay." And pulls him close and basically gets down on one knee and puts an arm around him and says, "We'll get to the bottom of this. We'll get to the bottom of this. But you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Ashamed. And what are you, you metal monstrosity with a puppet? I mean, it's all defiling."
I hold up my holy symbol, and I say I'm a priest just like you, and it shines and glimmers.
Oh, false deities. What is your deity, by the way?
What's his?
His is the Morning Lord.
Yeah, totally, that guy. I don't know if I can put that in my notes.
So describe your symbol then.
It's like jazz hands flared open.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
Jazz hands.
except yours is actually a jazz hand. It's very similar, but not quite the same.
It's saxophone.
Saxophones would be amazing. But for real, what type of cleric are you at least? You're
Cleric.
oh, so that doesn't even really make sense of that. Artisans who work from metal. So yours would be like a blacksmith. It's an image of cleric in the forge. So you'd have a hammer and stuff on yours. Yeah. All right. So you show your symbol, and he said, "Your god has no power here, medic or robot, monstrosity." And he says, "Get out of here. I'll take care of this issue with the bones. I'll figure it out."
I offer to help. I say, I was not the one beating the child. We were trying to figure out why this area did not seem like it was protected anymore.
He steps over to you, bravely looking up at your tall frame. He says, "The only thing required for evil to succeed is for good men to do nothing."
So we will do something then, the puppet says. So we will do something then. There we go. That's the voice I needed.
Oh my gosh.
And Lucian looks, and he's one of those who accidentally falls for actually talking to the dummy. Said, "Why didn't you stop him from abusing this child? I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself."
Blockheads like this?
I don't know. I mean, darn it! And then he turns to look at you. "Stop that, you insane monstrosity!"
It wasn't me, it was him. I scold the dummy and tell him to mind his manners in front of the phone.
And he waves his hand in frustration, turns away, and starts, "Come here, Milvage, let's go. Well, I promise only for a little while, but you're going to need to stay at the orphanage." And Milvage starts squealing. He's like, "No, you've heard what's happening. I can't. I don't want to." "Well, I think you have no choice," he says to him.
Medic wants to do a perception check to see if he, at the mention of Milvage going to the orphanage, if Master Gimbleforce gets a little drool on the side.
What?
All right, go for it.
Malicious child. Yes.
Yeah, so you do not see any drool. He seems to
I'm
be quite
25.
happy.
He just looks really happy.
Yeah, listen, it wasn't a roll to try to make him drool. You were rolled to really observe him, and you don't see any drool.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Roll to make him drool.
Human child being put into a pastry.
For the record, if in fact Gimbleforth is consuming pastries, he would not love eating children just for the sake of eating children. That's not how this would work if in fact he was...
But he's been fully explained on how this works.
Right, but it doesn't mean...
I mean, do you ask what's in your favorite food? Sometimes it's best not to know.
Yes, actually.
Alright, well anyway, yeah. So he tells you that it's Henrik, the coffin maker, has stolen the bones, or forced them to be stolen.
But apparently he doesn't want us to do anything about it.
Well,
Well,
we're
he doesn't
gonna
trust
do
you guys
something
right now.
about it because we're good men. Well, you're good men.
I'm
I will point...
chaotically
insight
good.
check,
Insight. My roll's been so bad. Yeah, that's not
That's
bad.
okay. You at least realize, Deidric, that the bones clearly have power. So if nothing else, that might be a useful thing to you. So finding where they are...
Yeah, that's true. We could take some for ourselves.
I thought you cared about Irena, who's now not protected.
What? Just because we have a couple doesn't mean they can't.
Take like a pinky bone.
Exactly.
Those three medic pointed out with his incredible medical
A big toe.
that the human body has a lot of bones. I can't remember off the top of his head. It's quite a bit. It's quite. He should have googled that beforehand.
Medic, I believe it's 206 bones in the human body, so one or two probably
Yes.
Wow.
200, he agrees.
That's pretty
And
impressive.
estimated that your maximum density around age 21. And at birth, there's 270 bones, but they fuse together to be 206 by adulthood. So if it was a child saint, then we'll have even more, but they won't be as dead.
Wow.
Lucian's like, no, he wasn't a child. Oh my word. Morning, Lord be praised. You guys are draining me. And he heads upstairs, at which point you guys see that Irena is currently walking out of the church with her hands in the crook of the arm of a well-dressed fellow. And he looks back, and just as they're eclipsing the doorway, you hear him talking, chattering, and he looks back and smiles and gives a nod
crap.
as they step past the door. And that is where we will call it.
Gosh dang it!
That's a good sign.
I can't wait. I know exactly what we're going to do the first thing next week.
All right. Thanks for joining, guys. I hope you guys had fun.
I had a great time.
Alright, see you
Only
later.
One minor combat thing. It's hilarious to me. This is so much, and this is so different order of events. For the record, that thing with the bones is written for you to not even have a real chance to figure it out for at least 7 days in Vallaki. But you followed all the threads, like beyond what I possibly expected you to. And it's not like, I mean, they were supposed to be missing. You just weren't supposed to figure it out that they were missing. So, it's ridiculous. It's so funny. All right, well, anyway, it's been fun. Thanks, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Toodaloo.
Bye.